Wonderful Thursday. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me on the stage. We're going to play Sonic Adventure today. Sure hope it goes okay. I don't know how to play video games. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's such an honor to be here. Oh, ew. Oh, God. The proverbial tomato has been thrown. Hey, what's up? I'm slurping down some water like an untrustworthy boy, so I think we're okay on the hydration front for 4 minutes. Close that. Oh man, I gotta stop that stream because Twitch is like, what if I autoplay your stream back to you without asking every single time? That was a little guitar riff I was working on. I hope you liked that one. Hold on, I gotta hydrate. The chat's demanded it. Okay, so if I'm sounding okay, relative, I'm gonna pop this up. Oh, I'm already, thank you. A drink and a tip, my. Oh, another hydrate. Okay, 1 sec. Goldstorm was 7. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me know how the audio mix is. I tried the menu cursor thing. That happened that one time. Seems like we're okay on that front, but I'm still anxious about it because it was so weird. So I'm going to hit up. Am I screaming? Thank you? I don't think I'm screaming. Is it coming through badly? No one said anything about the audio stuff, so I think we're good. As long as we're good, that's what counts, though. Audio sounds good. I think I'm screaming because it's very loud in my headset. Oh, Moriarty. Thanks, but also fuck you. Your tricks may work on Brody, but they'll work on me. So if you remember from last year when we were last playing Sonic Adventure in 2018, we'd gotten to 90 emblems, so today I'd like to do more of that. Let me remind myself real quick. I should have did this before I started, but there's a lot of things I should have did before I start. Oh no. Just use your ASMR voice. Don't mind if I do. So we're just gonna do a quick run through of all the emblems we've got here. Oh my, look at all that. Those characters are completely done. Oh my, Amy still has some work left. E102 hasn't been started. Big Cat's doing okay. It's going okay. I have some of the adventure fields. Okay. We have not touched the Chow. There are 2 endings we have. I don't think I've done the cart thing. Oh man. We're so close, yet with the Chow we are so far. We still have today and probably another and perhaps another past that. Hello Derek. Hello Harry. Hello AE. Hello. Nick, you don't get a hello. Goldstorm, you don't get a hello. Even you also don't get a hello. So with where we're at, I'm thinking we just start fishing. Because of course I come fast. I have fish to catch. Spyro stuff last year. We don't talk about that, Spyro. The worst part about streaming... Hi, Spider Knight. The worst part about me streaming specifically is that I'm already wanting to stream the Spyro games again, but I know I've already done that like 30 times, so I can't really do that. I could, but I can't. You found the follow button, thank you! Oh my god. Hi, how's it going? Ah! Hi Moriarty, you've redeemed Say Hello! Hi! That's where I say hello to you. 10 elements, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone's here. Moriarty, you're probably looking at that and going, man, that's weird. My weird gimmick, my weird plan for the Say Hi channel point thing is that when you hit follow on a channel, it gives you points. I think it's like 300. And it'll give you a little thing. It's like, do you want to use your channel points? So I'm trying to get people to say hi when they join. And I think Twitch will pressure them. It's part of my secret plan. Hi, 10 Elements, what's up? See, it's working. 10 Elements followed for a long time, but you know, what can you do? Why is this already... I'm sorry. Harry, thank you so much. Why is... I didn't... Did I? Why is this opened? No, whatever. Have a hydrate instead of hello. Don't mind if I do. Derek got in right as I said it. So I can't say that 5-letter word. Oh, God damn it. Okay, another drink. I gotta do it. I don't face cam, so hold on. How was that? That was comfortable, right? So what we're doing is we're here to catch a big fish. A real big fish. Hi, Maple Magic. Maple_magic. VTuber extraordinaire, if I recall. I thought that red plant over here was a huge fucking fish I'd never seen before, and I was getting a little excited. Oh right, we're on rank 2, not rank 3. I only need a 1,000 feet fish. Bet this one will count. Harry! Ah! Okay, thanks to Harry, I have to run a 2-minute ad break, so if you're just getting here, sorry. If you subscribe, you don't have to see ads. We're gonna start this out. Okay, so we have 2 minutes of ads. I can't really run the game now, because I don't want people to miss a thing, as that one song goes. So, I don't know. I mean, do you guys want to talk about Sonic? Oh, well, Moriarty. I'm glad you asked. If I run a 2-minute ad break, people coming in don't get ads for a longer time, you see. I think 60 seconds only lasts for 10 minutes. But 2 minutes makes it like 35 or 40. You see. Sing a song during the ad. No. 60's 21 minutes. Twitch's support page lied to me then. Have you guys read the Sonic leaks? Nico's singing the Sonic leaks. There's a new Sonic leak every single day, and it's a great time to be a Sonic fan, because I JTart9, I will. Every day you log on to 4chan, there's a new Sonic leak, and they're all wrong, and some of them are also wrong, and it's great. Anyone keeping up with that? The Sonic movie has Knuckles in it this time, but it's the Boom Knuckles. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, Sega's going to be at E3. As anyone who follows Sonic knows, you can't curse. But Sega always announces their Sonic games at E3. That's a thing they've always done forever, absolutely. So anyone seeing Sega joining E3 should definitely set their expectations to that. We have 17 seconds left. This is a long time. Hydrate, don't mind if I do. I was just sucking on the bottle for most of that. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little weird. Hi, Derek. How are you? I saw that you got tickets to Secret Second Sky. I lost track of the branding on that one. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm happy for you. Second Sky, right? Secret Sky was the stream thing. Then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Low key jelly. Well, there was a fish here I was going for. Oh, hey, there he is. Disabled channel reward. Oh, action disabled. Yeah, I was reading that incorrectly. I was like, if there's a disabled channel reward, I've got some things to do. Have I ever fished IRL? That's a great question. I caught some underwater grass once and went, huh. And that's all the fishing I've ever done. Played a lot of Nico. I've played a lot of Sega Bass Blanking on the Sega Dreamcast growing up. I really enjoyed catching the underwater creatures in that game. And I really like the announcer. Anyone who knows me knows that I have a deep love for the Sega Bass blinking announcer. Where's Shovel Knight? Oh man. Well, we already started first stream. Wow. Yeah, those Sega blanking games are great. I got a new emote. If you're in my server or the FTCR server, you're very familiar with that one. But Sega Bass blinking. I actually got a wee copy of Sega Bass blinking on eBay last week just to see what it was like, and I haven't done it yet, so that's pretty cool. Clank is a robot, so that's pretty cool. This is nonsense, by the way. Holy shit! I'm making a dent in him, but goodness gracious. Oh, I got squooshed. Sega Bass blinking sound bites. Okay, so the announcer's great. It's kind of English, but you know, you'll just pull in an amphibious creature and the announcer go, "Oh, a big one! But careful with the tension." Shit like that. It's great. You can play that game on Steam. If that Sega sale is going on, I bet it's like $1 right now. Sega Bass blinking, you know, search for it in Steam. And the bins near McDonald's. Bins! That's how you can tell we got someone across the pond. Why is this creature... I've always meant to get that blinking controller off eBay, but I've never bothered to look how much it actually is. There's also the sequel, Sega Bass Blinking 2. And I think Sega Marine Blinking was technically a sequel. There's not many blinking games these days. I hate this. I'm talking a lot because I'm so angry about this blink. Ponze. 10 elements. Someone disabled the word of the thing I am reeling in, so I can't say it. Oh, Virtua Tennis with the blinking controller. That's great. Holy shit. Why is this like this? I also can't say the main character of this game for approximately the same time. I got a pig! I got a pig! So now I gotta go catch Froggy. Indeed, all hail buckets. I just need to take out my frustration on you. Thank you. Big's Big Blanking Adventure 3, playable at bigthec.at. Type that into a browser and you can play it. What do I do with the blank? I think Big just probably brags about it on Twitter, you know? He goes on Instagram and posts it. He's like, I got a Blake! Shark, get out of here. Harry, thank you. I'm not in charge of that. Big is now Wedge? I'm not sure that's how that works, but I'm going to roll with it. The person in charge of the Wegs Big Fishing Adventure 3 account, I won't say, but I think most people in here know who they are. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense as to who they would be. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Wedge. It's not Nick. Yeah, that's what Nico banned. You can't say that. Ugh. I'd like to read out a quote from chat here. Anonymous streamer JTart9 asks, "You think Froggy gives sloppy toppy? And looking at the way these arms are squirming right now, My professional assessment is that it is the sloppiest and the toppiest. Oh, this is a good time to hydrate. Can I do both? Okay, I'm reeling in. I shouldn't have put the cap back on the bottle. That would have helped a lot. What up? There you go. How's that? JTart9, if you'd like to explain sloppy toppy, I think it'd be good to know. That was 8.5 minutes of our life.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Oh, you thought this was supposed to be blank? Oh, man. Yeah, me too.
Which character?
Let's play as Wedge.
Froggy, I'm coming.
He's coming. I wonder what happened to Sonic. So what we gotta do is exactly what we just did, but we gotta get a singular, bigger... I think I can save fish by now. It's been 5 minutes, right? I can save fish and Sonic. Yeah. Just injured your dad in an accident. So Moriarty, this is Wedge the cat. Wedge is on the hunt for Froggy, the frog we just got. But in these bonus missions for these emblems, I gotta catch some heavy, some real big fish, what you might say. Oh. And then I gotta catch Froggy. What? Why can't I do this? Hello? Ah! Sorry, I just birthed the fish. So as long as Wedge's line doesn't break, we're usually good. Oh, I convinced him. This is... you could do this as a mini game, but the core concept of Catch Froggy is essential to fully see the entire story of Sonic Adventure. If it was a good morning, I'd be fishing. But I'm stuck in the office, so today sucks. Okay, so I can't say that. Luckily, I don't need to say that very often. I wish you could get a bunch of smaller fish and get the total. That'd be great. But you gotta catch a singular fish. For one of the 130 Sonic tokens. I swear I have all the upgrades. I don't know why this is so like this today. But it gives me hope that this is a 2,000 gram boy. Because Wedge the cat is all about the grams. I need to move more? Like, what is the issue? I will say, Sega Bass Fishing, a much better fishing experience. For sure. Sonic Adventure, like, homages a lot of Sega stuff. But does none of it better than the Sega stuff it's homaging. And the idea, I guess, we always speculated, was like, oh, this was to make people want to buy the other games. You know, like, this is to make kids want to try Sega Bass Fishing, or maybe a Panzer Dragoon slated for the Dreamcast, but... Man, if you played this and was like, man, if this is Sega Bass Fishing, why the fuck would you play this, you know? Moriarty should play all the Sonic games. I think that's a thing everyone in chat should say to MRI XRT. Just say, play all the Sonic games on stream, and convince him that this is a good game. Sega Bass Fishing is worth the $1 you should pay for it on Steam. I think it's fun. I think it's good. You can put some time into it. It's got a lot of charm. It's still a fishing game at the end of the day, but it's one of the better ones. I hate this. I don't remember it being so bad. This is just war of attrition. At least I'm not 16 meters out anymore, but... Ooh. If anyone in chat has fished, let me know if you've ever had big band jazz play in your head with wailing guitar solos as you reel them in. I'm just curious how accurate Jun Snow composed this track to the real thing. Or was this a Kenichi Tokoi track? I have and no. Ah! Oh no. I have made negative progress. Oh my god. Bro. So since we'll be here for a bit, how is everyone else doing? I think you can see how I'm doing. So, anyone want that Sonic Adventure remake still? Or like... What am I doing with my hands? Okay, yeah, so it's... If you haven't seen this, thank you, Moriarty. This can be a little hard to ascertain. So, I'm using a 360 pad. The X button is a slow reel, and the A button is a harder, faster reel, right? So what I do when playing Big the Cat is I just kind of massage the slow reel button. So that way I don't get this tension meter on the right to just shoot up, because it will break at a moment's notice, so I'm very anxious and careful with it. With the left analog stick, something just flew into my window, sorry. The left analog stick, you can pull left and right on the rod, which is presumably a good thing to do, but I've never quite figured out the right strategy with it in all my time of playing this game, as you can see. I'm trying out what 10 Elements has shared with chat. So far so good. Okay. That or this thing's just tired. Come on. Come on. Oh man. 10 Elements, you might have saved me. It's very possible I'm doing it wrong. Oh my god! 10 Elements, Master Fisher. Welcome, I think. My favorite part about the Froggy catch spots is that they spawn in with a shit ton of fish you don't want, and they're always the ones that are like, huh, I think I'll bite it. I think the problem is I learned bad habits with Big Cat, right? It's been 5 minutes, so I can say his name. Pretty sure. Come on. Because it's so easy to catch Froggy, and when you don't do 130 emblem runs of this game, you don't need to learn how to actually fish.
Not too bad.
Oh! I gotta do the count. It's been a while. What is this? Emblem Plus? Emblem Plus. You probably didn't know how to handle me doing 2 so quick. There we go. Progress made. 4444 means death in Japanese. Oh.
Where do you want to play?
Same. Nice. I can understand that. I don't know how I managed a lot of this game as a 6-year-old, I'm not gonna lie. Especially the big stuff. Ah! Camera. Okay, so we're in Eggman's ship, and we're gonna steal from his aquarium? Ah! Yeah, let's go catch a sea like we can't. Yeah, no, that's true. I had a lot more time and patience to understand weird games as a kid. That's a sure thing there. So this is my original character. I used the Sonic Forces export mod to bring him from that game into this game. His special ability is that he fishes. And yeah, that's all true. So we'll need to come back here. But I want to scope out this area. Because I'm pretty sure where the 2000 G fish is along the hallway that we got in here with. What is this hint monitor in the middle of nowhere? What? Warning! There is a plug in the center. Be careful not to trip over it. What? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely this one I came in through. I don't remember how to get over there anymore. Wow, I thought that was the way. Wait, you can fish that cork out of the middle? Well, I gotta try that. That sounds like something I'd read on GameFAQs and try, and it wouldn't be true. So while we're here... Oh. Okay. The world ending is too political for Big. He's turned off CNN, he's turned off MSNBC, turned off Fox News. He just wants to fish. I'm like too far. This doesn't feel real. But by God, we're gonna try it. Good music track, by the way. Big the cat gives me kidney stones, says Twitch streamer JTart9. If anyone else has any TMI health issues they'd love to share with chat, now's the time, apparently. What news stations do you think Knuckles would watch? Knuckles is like really gullible, so I think he'd watch OANN, or whatever that thing is. What the fuck? Have I done this and just don't remember this? What the hell? Don't think Knuckles knows what news is. That might be the correct answer. So I'm guessing that fills something else. Taco Bell makes me poop. Good to know. Big cat fucked my wife. He probably enjoyed it. My wife is cheating on me with my OC. I'm sure he enjoyed it too. Yeah, Knuckles doesn't know what a president is. Let's be fair. So that's a thing I can do. That's rough, buddy. If this is what I think it is, then I've done that before and just completely forgot. Wow. Okay, yeah, no. This is what I was thinking. Man, that's crazy. I literally forgot all about that. Huh. We are in the side thing. The side tank from where you start. So, like, for example, underneath me right now is where the level starts at. Maybe. Somewhere around here. This is nuts, man. That's the thing with Big. They made these, like, elaborate things for him, and 98% of people will never see this shit. You know, especially as Amy, that's where you run around, right? You go through there with the robot chasing you. Sure, 2. Here we go, buddy. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. My hands will rub them all. I don't like that song. Let's catch a 1000 G fish. We'll have to do a lot of that again for the 2000 G, but man. What's the highest you think Big could... Man. I'm just here to play Sonic Adventure. So Nico, when are you going to remix this this fire track for your YouTube channel? Here we go. This boy's big. This is chunky. I like him big. I like him chunky. After I bring Arya to Chicago. Nice. If you're wondering what happened there, my line broke. It's not a great indication on when that happens. You just get Big going, looking at you in the eyes. Pretty cool. Fucking bed spring thing. I still haven't really processed that one. I'm gonna be a little tilted that this shark is 2000 G when I can't get the emblem for it. It's been 5 minutes, we're good. The good news is we just have to get an emblem here, and then we have to come back here and get another emblem, and then we're done with Big the Cat. And then I can move on to Gamma, and I've been really looking forward to Gamma. Oh, this is a really good looking shark. You know, Sonic Team spent a lot of time on every little detail in this game, and they made a pretty lifelike shark, I think. You know, I think this is what sharks look like. He does look like a Hanna-Barbera shark. Man! Fucking jabberjaw motherfucker here. So that time our line broke, but it broke in such a way that I died. You know. What? 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 Okay. Did it just take a minute to... So I unfortunately am still thinking about the big peeing question. If I think about Big the Cat relative to Sonic, who is about 3 feet, that means Big the Cat is like maybe 5.5 feet, you know, 6 feet my height if we're being generous. And if like Big the Cat really exerted himself, I believe he could accomplish anything he set his mind out to, first of all. But I think like... eight and a half feet, but it kind of be like the Octane bounce pad, you know, like you can either go for distance or height. So like, which is the more notable metric, you know? And that's really the question I think Big has to ask himself. Fuck you, Justin. This shark looks great. Look at him. Yeah, I'd hang out with that shark. What about it? Dun, 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 dun. How many gallons of piss can Big store? He is a big fella. But I mean, like, there's some other questions we need to know too. Like, is he like a cow? Does he have 4 stomachs? He's a cat, but clearly, if you compare him to Blaze the cat, he's quite a bit different. So, like, what's his makeup like? You know? You also have to consider he's voiced by John St. John in this incarnation, which means he's Duke Nukem, which dramatically alters the intensity. Okay, I'm gonna catch fish and die. Never did fucking set up that thing. I want to catch this shark and end this shit. Oh my god. P is stored in the box. My eyes are up here. Come on, buddy. How hydrated is Big? It's another great question. Like, is he malnourished? Is he dehydrated? He's been so busy trying to get Froggy back. Like, is he taking care of himself? Why did... Thank you for the hydration. Oh, one more? One more? Okay. Thank you. I needed that. Thinking about Big's capabilities. Oh, one more? Okay, hold on. Really got me thirsty there. One for the road. Yeah. So fishing in here seems like the bad idea. Thank you, Harry. Nico, what the fuck? That's the one that made it weird. Ah! Well, we gotta make Chris like a, you know, a Thanksgiving pig. Like, if we make him fatter, there'll be more to eat later. Give me this chunker. It looks like they built a fish head and just attached it onto this fish body. It doesn't even really match that well. That's great. Come on. Come on. I swear sometimes when the fish are about to bite, I just feel like fucking Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. With the cars coming at him, he's just like, hit me, hit me, hit me. And sometimes they swerve by and you're like, oh man. I like to, Big could strangle that shark with his bare hands is quite a thought. So I think one of the most annoying fish behaviors is that they love to just dart outward for a long stretch of time until they hit a wall, and it feels like sometimes they'll stop before they get there, but then you get times like this where they just keep doing it over and over. Like, what is this? He's now 24 meters away from me. Like, what do you want me to do, game? I'm also the same thing. What? The Butterfinger boss. Yeah. So I think what made me lose my life the first time is that a fish got directly under Big, which I think means that you lose your line. Froggy's over there. Does anyone look 1000G? Like, you look kind of like 1000G. Maybe. He's kind of chunky. I'm gonna try one of these sharks again. Sharks are kind of big. Camera. Why does it look like he's just in the middle of some fucking beat here? Like, he's dropping it like it's hot, and he's just like freeze framed, stepping out of the way for this beat. If they could simply impale the fish, that'd be pretty cool. That'd really help a lot. Gonna need that footage for the remix. I'm 4G currently. I'm hoping to get to 5G sooner than later.
Something's biting.
Fuck, don't. Nope. I'm being more aggressive with the rod now. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Big goes the Jersey Mike's. Can't even joke about that. I don't know what the fuck they sell there. Sandwiches. I want a sandwich. There. Done. Oh. I think lowering the water here was a bad idea, just because it's a lot easier to fish in this room when you don't have that. You know, when you can just stand on that center thing and pull them in toward you. Like, I guess here I should be positioning him halfway, right? That way, either way they go, I'm only halfway away from the fish. Instead of potentially the entire tank. Come on.
Something's biting.
Something's biting. Come on, buddy. Come on. The game is just cucking me now, but you see what I mean? Like, it just darts toward a wall, hits it, and is like, oh yeah, that's good. Oh, trust me, I'm yanking this rod, I'm pulling, I'm stretching, dipping it in the water to get a little bit of moisture on it, just in case. Like, I'm trying everything here. I'm doing the big spins. Let's roll, Tuck. The fact that I will wake up to a Judgment 2 trailer tomorrow is keeping me through this. Yeah, talking the power of Juju. Yeah, that's the one. Oh my god.
I got a fish.
That would have counted for the other one. I don't get an emblem for that. I have to. I still get an emblem, but I gotta go back and do it again. What's up, Motley? That's a background, huh? That's just a flat ass background. Good lens flare. Anyway, let's go get Froggy. Where you at? Down here? People actually like talking to Power of Juju? I just thought that was like a meme, but like before memes. Attack 1 is a genuinely good game. Nick liked it. 2 and 3 are also solid. I don't trust either of you two, so I'm going to continue to hold my outdated opinion. I played the second game, GBA game, which was game. If there is any way I could describe the Taka and the Power of Juju games as an outsider, it would definitely be to call them a game. Oh, Nico, you'd be happy to know there are remasters of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I think the second game just hit PS4 recently. So you can do that. Come on, Froggy.
Something's biting.
I forget. I may have put a little bit of money into the Ty 2 Kickstarter just because I think it's funny to have my name in the credits of games. But I don't remember if I followed through on that meme or if I realized that was stupid. Come on, Froggy. Froggy, come on. You're the easy one. Don't do this to me. Especially Chris MykonosFan. That $5 he gave us really made a difference. Thanks, guy. Froggy's making me look like I don't like Sonic. He might be right. That $5 was the difference between life and death. And crikey, they sure gave us that. After the Kickstarter processing fees, we got $3 out of it. Not too bad. I don't know if they just upped his, like, resilience or what for this being the last stage. I can't... Okay, it just literally paused. The game didn't freeze, it just wouldn't take my input. Oh. I need, like, a...
Not too bad.
Hold up, 1 second. I'm coming! So, for Nico, you gotta cast your rod out. Hope the fish sees it and swims toward it, bites it, and then you either slow reel or power reel the fish toward you and move the analog stick left and right to maneuver the fish around. And if the bar on the right fills up, you lose a life. One more. Look at that. I'm going to go in here and it's going to say, Rank A Challenge, get a 2000 G fish and catch Froggy. Why can't I just... Takashi Iizuka, why would you do this? Okay. But, I know I can catch that stupid shark and it should be good enough. So if there's any solace, I know I just have to repeat that 9 minutes again. I got you, 10 elements. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, so we were like down to the right, I think. Like off to the left here. And that's where he'll be. Oh, man. Hello, Brahaven. I don't know how to say your name. Brahaven? I've always looked at it and I've read it as Brahaven in my head, but I don't think I've ever actually said it out loud. So, hi. House things. Got you. No idea anymore. Okay, well, that's 2 of us. Great. Call you whatever. Okay, whatever. Blue Heaven! Oh man. I'm not even that much of like a big the cat hater, right? Like I'm not playing it up or anything. I just don't ever remember it actually being this actively annoying. I feel like I was always able to get in and out in at least 5 or 6 minutes in these. You know, I'd have my deaths, right? But man. It's the streaming curse. Just always blame the fact that people are watching you when you're bad at something. He didn't do anything wrong. It's not his fault they made him mandatory. I think if they ever remade Sonic Adventure, they should... Hi, Blade War. What's happening? Did I not? I defended Big the cat and then this happens. Just for people's reference here. I'm doing some schmoves and nothing's happening. I think I literally glitched into the floor. People hate Big under the pretense, for Nico's reference, of I came here to play a Sonic game, why do I have to fish to finish the game? Which is absolutely valid. What I was going to say was, if they ever remade this game, they should not be cowards and keep Big the cat, but they should make him optional. Pretense is one of those words I understand implicitly, but I don't know how to define it. Pretense is like, you know, it's like a Postmate. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we can do that. Yeah, a lot of the big hate is the valid, I don't want to fish in a Sonic game, and then a lot of it is just memes about how dumb Big is, even though he's not dumb. Tense is more like pretend than it is previous. It's definitely more like that. They could redo Big's gameplay to levels where you chase Frog. That's an interesting, because that makes it kind of like an inverse of the Amy levels. Because when you're Amy, you're running away, but if you're Big, you're chasing. That would be interesting. I've never thought about that, actually. Huh. Then you could have a race level against Gamma in Emerald Coast that you'd have to lose for story purposes.
Something's biting!
I'd like to play as Froggy and you're escaping Big. Ah! That'd be good. Oh my god, it has human teeth! I'm sorry, what? What am I looking at here? I don't like this. This is what I look like, that's why I don't face cam. Yeah, but these teeth can become soft, like Jello. Why does Big lose life when he doesn't catch a fish? That's a great question. It's a really good question. Majora's Mask. What is the name of that fish boss? There is a fish boss in Majora's Mask. He really likes his corner, doesn't it? Georg. There we go. Georg. That's the thing they wanted kids to pronounce. Georg. Oh boy. Come on, buddy. It's the weird jaw attached to its fins, too, that doesn't really help this. Like, there's a lot going on with this fish. The human teeth and lips are just, like, one part of the equation here. This is Seaman. Oh, man. That's a game I'll make myself try at some point. Call every fish bestie. This is my bestie? Nico, what the fuck? Yeah, this is my bestie. It's making my life a lot easier right now. He just gave up. He just gave up. My bestie left me. And he just disappears, because, like, why wouldn't he? So now I gotta go find another big fish. Bestie. Another big bestie. Oh my... Fuck you. Fuck you. What's going on over here? What if I told you I already am? Hi, Doppers, thank you. I think that means I hit the follower goal I set out for today, so thank you, Doppers. How are you, Doppers? I'm upset at Big Cat. Well, what's going on here? What are you? Warning! The water is covered with glass. Fragile. Can I... Huh? Big swallows. And... Always ready for Sonic. Oh, man. What a statement. So, like, I'm seeing a big bestie in here. Like, this is another chance at this bestie. How do I... It told me the other way you had to fish out the thing, right? So, like... How would I... I'm gonna have to find another 2000G fish. Bestie. Are you ever gonna be watching Clank and FTCR? We were talking about it when Gareth was around. We were going to either do the first game or the remake of the first game. We might still do it. I'd maybe hold out until like next Friday for something and see what happens. Not this Friday, but next Friday. I'd maybe see if something there tickles your fancy a little bit, because it might scratch a similar itch. But that's all I can say about that for now.
Something's biting!
Why haven't we done Sonic Spinball for the Game Gear? I'm going to be playing Sonic Spinball for the Game Gear tonight! Oh, no. Brody, we invite Brody. And we're not going to invite Brody. Don't worry about that. Not necessarily a new FTCR playthrough, but I think it will scratch a similar itch, is all I will say. Why I'm doing Sonic Spinball for the Game Gear will become clear, maybe also next week? I'm kind of behind on this thing. Brody, nothing happened, don't worry, you're just fired. So I remember this bestie being like 2200G last time, but I bet you anything he's like 1950 this time. Have Kevin on and he can talk about the game 90% of the time, leaving just 10% to fill in with everything else. That is a good idea. He's so close, but this camera angle makes him look like he's like 30 miles away. Why? Oh. Why is this happening? Ah! MykonosSpot will not be there, but he will be there in spirit. Is there just some internal fishing timer I'm not aware of? Like, why does that happen? Again, about Ratchet, all I'll say, keep an eye out next week. Later next week. That's all I'll say about it for now.
Something's biting.
Bite me, bestie. This is a different ugly fish. I'm not sure if this one will be 2000G. I was more confident in the other one. I'd also like to point out for reference, we're an hour into the stream. We've gotten 2 emblems. I wasn't thinking Big the Cat would be like a real quick thing, right? But oh man. Come on. Whoa. Yeah, keep bugging me so I leak it early. Yeah. Why? What? Did that? I blinked. Did I hit? Detention bar? What? Now I'm getting upset. Yeah, and I have an infinite amount of channel points too, which is pretty cool. I just sucked this bottle inside out. How's it going, lads? Thank you for your kind hydration donations. There I am. Sir Toozer, that's one hell of a sentence. I just want you to know that. Hi, 10 Elements. Welcome to chat. How's it going? I'm doing okay. Fuck you, bestie. There's 2 of these in here. Okay. Did we establish... I think Frankenmutt was here. And I believe he said that these long boys can be 2000 in ice cap. So I wonder... Like, at this point, what do I got to lose, right? Like, fuck it. We're an hour into this mess. Like, what else do we got going on? Can't reel in because he has to do his dart in a straight line thing, even though he went right by me. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why? Bro. Bruh. I have 2 Discord messages. I wonder who messaged me. Oh, I see. Okay. That's a good message. I'm like actually upset right now. I'm sorry. I'm not playing it up. I'm actually a little pissed about this. This is going to be like Sonic Maze Craze levels of bullshit. I'm gonna give this one more go, and if some bullshit happens again, I'm gonna reward myself with, crying at, I I almost said Big the Cat story. I mean, honestly, Big the Cat. Very emotional. Now, we're gonna play Gamma next. But man! I'll play it for her. They call me Sonic. I keep on running around at the speed of sound. Blue Sonic Hedgehog. There are more lyrics to this. I don't know them. Big pisses. I'm gonna catch this shark, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Something's biting.
What? Yeah, I think 10 elements. I think that's correct. Yeah, I think
Something's biting.
that's the issue. That would have been the 2000G shark. It was so big. But maybe that means there is a respawn over here. I'm starting to think I'm starting to think I do need to be on land. My worry is that, as we just saw, if they hit like a surface like this thing I'm up against here, it can break. But I feel like that's less likely than them going under me. So at this point, it seems worth it. Yeah, the main tank is also worth considering, but like, then we have the underwater issue, or them going under you issue again. I just want to jump out. Okay, I can't jump out here. Come on. Good luck eating, Nico. That part. Yeah, I'm just gonna crawl into the... I'm gonna go into the crawl space in my house and just cry. Here. Need to be a little farther than I was. It's like, this is the shark that'll get me there, you know? This is the one. This is what I need. Swimming toward me. Swimming toward me. Gang, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this one. Kind of. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. I blame Kevin also. I think he messaged me. Right after I was talking about getting messages, ironic. Gonna try this one.
Something's biting.
Don't go directly under me. You.
I got a fish.
What? I'm gonna go catch Froggy. I'm now so anxious that I will die getting Froggy. that I can focus on nothing else until then. I can't feel joy until I get this this emblem. Oh. Because I have to angle myself just far away enough from Froggy again. He was a little monster to get last time. There he is. Okay. To quote the announcer from Sega Bass Fishing, be careful with the tension. And Big the Cat makes his approach to the stage. We're seeing some masterful play here by Big the Cat on day 32 of the Fishing Open World Tournament. Solid look of determination in his eyes. Could be construed as emptiness, but we think there's a lot of skill and talent and planning behind the look. Well, it seems that Froggy has noticed the bait. Will we take it? Froggy has taken the bait. Big is currently reeling him in toward him. Haven't seen any play like this in quite a while. Very excited. The audience is waiting with bated breath. Sometimes that happens here. How will Big handle this latest event? Blade Boy, thank you for clipping that. I'm gonna want to watch that later. Oh. What's the matter, Brody? You saying I got a bad voice? Fuck you! It's okay. Oh my. Brody-kun. Bite me.
Something's biting.
Hi, Eduardo. I'm having a bad time. Am I too far? Where'd he go? There's that bastard. Come on. Come on. Might be able to catch him on the loop around here. Where's he at?
Something's biting.
He wants to get away. Come on. Don't be like this. White knuckle grip on a controller right now, just for everyone's reference. This is my sanity on the line, literally. Oh. Sunny T! No affiliation with Sunny D. Oh. Hi, Orlat. We're out here. Come on. Come on. bastard.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. I will see Crash 4 is probably more
Which
difficult.
character?
Emblem Plus. Did I forget another one? Oh man. There we go. So after an hour and 15 minutes, we've gotten 4 emblems. I've just got to look at this one for myself. Oh, we did it. I can believe it. It's there. It's on the record. Oh, goodness gracious. So this is a great time to say, before we start Gamma, I need to use the restroom real quick. So I'm going to be back in a few minutes here, lads. Couple minutes. Blade Blur redeemed ad time. Literally perfect timing. Thank you, thank you. Quick hydrate. Oh, Cold Storm also redeemed ad time. What do you know? Okay, there's that. How do I exist? There's the one I want. Okay. Don't forget to measure my distance. Oh, don't worry. I'm live streaming that part too. Okay, be right back, guys. So, man. I wanna fly high so I can be the highest of all of the foxes. So I will be. Hey guys, what's up? I got some chalky milk because I'm epic. How's it going? There's Gamma. Have one of those. Oh, yes. The Sega toilets. I wish. We got a big glass of chalky milk. I hope no one gets jealous. I hope it's good. Oh. Well, I mean, hey, hold up. Let's find out. There we go. Triple sip. Discord is not letting you DM me. What? I know what it is. I sent you a friend request. So to explain that, I'll need to get to a story I tweeted about for a bit and deleted the tweet because I felt bad, but IRL word ban means I can't say a word out loud for 5 minutes. I have to work around it. Let's start up Gamma story. So I had to turn off Discord messaging from server members, which what that means is if I'm in a server, anyone can DM me even if I don't have them added as a friend.
Excellent.
Because
systems, full power.
On Sunday or Monday, I woke up to a DM from some random person who joined Sonic Retro, I think expressly to message me, saying, I'd like to respond to a comment on your Balan Wonderworld video. Can I do that? And waking up to that was really weird because I was like, why wouldn't you have just commented on the video? So I replied. And I was like, hey, thanks. You can comment in the comment section of the video, which is what that's there for. And then they responded, oh, so I shouldn't talk to you here about it? I was like, 1000%, no thanks. And to their credit, they said, all right. I never saw the comment appear. But it was at that point, I was like, if it's starting to get to this point, I don't want to facilitate this, so I'm just going to turn this off. So I did. And it's not that bad, but it was like the canary in the coal mine of like, I don't like the way this makes me feel. I don't want this to ever be worse, so I'm going to shut down one avenue for this to happen with.
Your big brother, E101
Your big brother, E101 Beta, is in there.
Enter Gamma.
Go cuck him, Gamma!
Advanced as Beta is, but you'll do fine.
My wife's down to her final leg too. I feel you, Gamma. Fuck, it's literally the second. We're E102 Omega for 5 minutes. You know how it'd be. I haven't played this Omega in a while, so I gotta relearn how to properly be this big boy. And I know the answer is hold down the button. It's been a while since I've held down the button as Omega.
Mission complete.
Someone on the Tales channel Discord messaged me. Exactly, it's that kind of thing, right? It's that, and no offense to anyone here who's done it, but I'm an incredibly anxious person. I try to hide it, play it off pretty okay, but it's been like increasingly bad in recent years. So if someone messages me and they're like, hey, we need to talk, or they're like, hey, I have a question, I'll always give them like an hour just to follow up, and they never will, and I'm always like, oh god, do they want, why don't they just ask the question? Why are they I did that wrong. Man, I don't handle social stuff very well is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, AE Double. I blinked and didn't realize I got an emblem because it just went by so quickly.
Good job, Gamma.
Good job, Omega!
What it takes.
Takes!
Okay then, Gamma. Here's your test. If you want
Exactly,
to
like,
stay
just
on board, You must be able
Just
to
give me the
cast
pitch
it.
of what you're saying so I can read it and go, oh, okay, that's all I need. I'm going to moonwalk. Omega.
Almighty Egg Carrier is a flying fortress that needs a good crew. Come forth, Beta.
You beta cuck!
I'd like you to meet your older brother, E101.
Look at this
Just
guy.
call him Beta.
Oh man, I love beta.
Pitting the two of you against each other.
So
and
cool.
the winner serves on my ship. I put my bets on Beta, but I owe you at least a bet.
I made you to fucking suck, but I think you can do okay. That's okay, Sir 2. That's fine. I know you well enough to where it's okay. It's just when random people do it out of the blue where I'm like, alright.
Mission
Come on now. Oh, that was a boss fight, by the way. Winner!
Oh, you surprised me, Gamma. I had a funny feeling there was more to you than meets the eye. I hereby
It is funny
grant
though.
permission
I
to
made fun
serve
of
on
Nick.
board the
We're in a
Egg
mutual
Carrier.
Sega server, and he posted that he's playing a game, and then like 3 weeks later, someone adds him being like, "Oh man, enjoy the game. Make sure you do the thing and that thing." It's like, bro, that was 3 weeks ago, dude.
Okay.
Come on now.
We could always use a spare
Come on.
set of parts, I guess.
What are we doing?
Special permission.
Yeah, exactly. That message. I was just reading it like, what the fuck? Come on now. If they'd added you and been like, hey, how are you enjoying it? That'd be one thing, right? But... oh, man. I want to see what Eggman does when he gets a funny feeling. Well, I get a funny feeling when I look at Omega here, so I can only imagine. He's got his Power Rangers lined up. The SGB server. Oh man, that gets me too if we're talking about social cues I'm not great with, right? Someone randomly saying, can I be your friend? It's like, what?
1, 2, 3.
What? Why?
You, the elite Egg Carrier crew.
This is like a Mario Party results animation. Oh,
To hear
that
a very special
is a
announcement.
potent statement. That is like a Mario Party result.
Behold, it's a tailed frog. Very unique.
Oh, unban my friend. Sorry, I read that wrong. That's worse. Yeah, actually,
I
yeah.
command you to locate this frog immediately. You hear me? I don't
Just
care
woke up
what it
aside.
takes to get
Yeah.
it. Just bring it to me.
It's like, yeah, I will explore Bailu Village.
We haven't got
um,
time to waste.
Thanks.
So come to
I'm gonna go chop
attention.
some wood, I guess. The thing that really tears me up about that animation Eggman was just doing is like, it's so close to a crotch chop. It's almost there. It's just close enough, but still too far. Pick up. Put down.
A long-tailed frog was seen
Alright, I gotta
heading
go
toward
to the beach. Oh yeah, Returnal. That came out. Those eyes, man. The game doesn't even want to show me his eyes. I know they're good. Look at that. Returnal is out. You're out of the loop. Well, what a coincidence. That game's about loops. Hi, Mr. Know-It-All. Oh, let me clue you in. You shouldn't just go button mashing. I don't know. Okay. See ya, Mr. Robot. Fucking asshole. I think you pinged me with the Yakuza English dub shit. Honestly, most of the time, if you've pinged me or messaged me and I haven't responded, I've responded in my head and just actively forgotten to get back to you. So I guarantee you that's what happened there. Like, literally the only person I respond to in a timely fashion. Two people. One, the missus. 2, the Golden Bolt, when he's like, hey, do this work for my video. And I'm like, I bet. Other than that, it could be days sometimes, because I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'd say to that. And then I like go scratch my butt or something and forget. Mode change. Oh, mode change. Omega's a cool character. Holy shit.
Frog capture complete.
Someone responded to something I'd said 3 weeks ago. I'd just say, sure. Exactly. Yeah. We were looking up Yakuza reprint prices in my server, but they're the North American version, so that wouldn't really help you out. For Evan, the way it works is he pays for like a Google Drive plan. I think it's like 100 gig plan. So he'll put up basically the entire game's worth of footage. I'll download it just in case I need any of it. It depends on where he's at. Sometimes he'll record like 30 minutes of audio or like a certain number of pages and send it my way. And then in a Google Docs, he'll highlight specific sentences and like timestamp notes to the different footage files of like what he wants there and like describes what he's kind of seeing. And from there, I just kind of edit it like I'm editing one of my videos or something, and then generally either show it to him or just send it his way. We treat my stuff like a first pass kind of thing, and then he'll go through and adjust whatever he think needs adjusting for that. But like when stuff like the Ratchet 2, most of that first hour is basically how I did it. Same with like the first 40 minutes of Legend of Dragoon. The way it generally works out is that like I'll do the first half or like the first hour of something, and then he'll kind of come in and finish out the rest. It's an interesting process. But it's fun editing other people's things because I have to care about it more. Whereas with my stuff, I'll cut corners more. I'm sorry. There's a Zavik skin for Big? Oh. That was my controller. I'm drinking chalky.
I'm sorry.
You're so handsome, Mr. Robot. Would you like to go on a date? You have to ask my father, though. He's murdered many tribes.
Did you notice the presence guarding these children? He's a very loving and
Trusted the fungus.
These little creatures are too vulnerable
Hey, man.
without its protection. This protection allows them to continue seeing in peace. Even I was surprised the first time I saw him. Now my father is trying to take their sacred
God
home.
is here for you this Sunday Adventure stream.
It seems his heart is closed off to us all.
I would have said trust the fungus if I thought. Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna say to that, you know? Pick up, put down.
This frog's the one we want. No, here's the real one. My frog is the right one.
I'm also arguing about my frog. Tummies, 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 tummies!
None of you got the right one. We
He's so
must
good.
find the frog with Chaos's tail. That same frog has also swallowed.
Didn't you look at the provided documents?
Huh? Ah, there it is, right there. I'm proud of you, Gamma. I knew you'd be of use to
I
me.
knew I programmed you to be better than I programmed you to be!
All you worthless hunks of junk, be gone!
Piss Ray! Some dude responded condescendingly with images of Nathan and Elena. Wait, what? Was he like, Uncharted 4 is great, look at these two
You
kissing?
will get a new assignment. This
Or
fancy.
was he condescending I might need to go look at that tweet for myself, I think. That sounds fun.
Once there, you'll find a girl and a bird. Just get me that bird. Now, go!
Yeah, he's just carrying Froggy under his arm the way someone carries like a skateboard under their arm. Ah, this is a good scene. They deleted it the next day. Oh man. That's pretty good though. Oh, there's his parts! Pick up. Steal. So I guess I never fully grasped the idea here. What do you guys think? Like, did Beta take it personally and go into this room to like re-outfit himself, or is Eggman trying to salvage him, you know? The account was made that day too. Okay, well that gets better and better. I think Eggman's fucking with Beta. Okay, okay.
This is the wrong room.
You just can't go back in. Let me in! I wish, man, oh man, if I was in charge of a Sonic Adventure remake, one of the things I would do is make these robot maids talkable. You could just talk to them and they'd have some fucking witty, dumbass shit to say. Because that feels like a missing link here. You know, this feels like something I should be able to do. Oh. So those are interesting reads. I think I always interpreted it as Beta re-outfitting himself because he discards the other E-series so readily, right? But, you know, maybe he's just also super pissed at them, so he doesn't see the point in those guys. But pick up. They don't. You like that they don't say anything? I can see that. I think that egg is expired. So is there a bird inside the actual E123 Omega? And does that bird enjoy being Omega?
Give me the bird.
No way!
Resistance is futile. Give me
That's
the
an interesting
bird.
question, right? Like, I guess I always assumed there was a bird or animal inside Omega. And I guess you can read into it where Omega wants to destroy all the other robots. Oh, wait, hold on. Omega was confirmed to have a unique energy core that isn't an
You don't
animal.
even know?
Heroes.
I bet you'd be mean to
Also,
him,
that I
you
don't need this
bully.
upskirt.
Why not help us out instead?
I need to look into that. Where's David? David!
Don't you know how bad I feel?
Yeah, Heroes information.
Does not compute.
He just
Why
keywords.
try to save that which is useless to
In
you?
06, he waits for 50 billion years, that bird would be dead. That's a valid point, too. That's a good point.
I feel sorry for you. Eggman
I like the
failed to
idea
give
of
you
Beta making
feelings.
himself better, and Eggman going, "What? No way! I can't believe this!" That necklace thing is just so heavy on this little bird.
Get going.
Dun, 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 dun. Sir, too, I don't know what you're talking about. You're good.
Why are you letting us go?
It is dangerous here.
SA1 is still my favorite game soundtrack.
Hurry. We'll be arriving.
I would only
at the
say it's
mystic
not
ruin
perfect
base.
because some of the cutscene tracks have really low production
Oh, you're not
on the
like
instruments.
other robots.
Those instruments are really bad, but other than that,
You truly
man.
are a good person inside,
Not a single miss on the entire soundtrack.
Take care, okay?
The tracks I'm thinking of specifically for that are like... There's not many, right? But I'm thinking like that one where... No, that one's a really good one. There's one where like it's at the end of Tales of the Story before Speed Highway, I think, where the missile has been launched and there's that really orchestra hit-esque. If you play with the Casio keyboard, you know that sample. See if it's pull it up. Same one. Track. Cutscene? They call them events, say one soundtrack. Sadness, Unbound, Goodbye, Past. It's not that one. More of the cutscene tracks are better than I was thinking. Because, like, in my mind, those aren't even cutscene tracks, even though they are. Message from Nightopia. These aren't the results I wanted! Alright, give me a full playlist. Where are we at here? No playlist for me. Oh yeah, his last drumming stream is tonight. That's right. Rest in peace, those guys. Introduction. Strain's okay. Sounds like a court case. There's like two tracks I think fall into the bad category where they're just like the instrumentation on them just sounds terrible in comparison to the rest of the soundtrack. It's not this one, right? That one's okay. This is one of the two. But this one. Yeah. And even then, it's not really like bad on its own, but juxtaposed against the rest of the soundtrack. Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Gamma, get ready for battle instructions. Get the jet booster from the ammunition room and get up to the deck. The ammunition is unlocked.
Sonic 4 Episode 2. Yeah. Yeah. Remember Sonic 4? Oh man. Hey, it worked.
The jet booster. Press and hold the jump
Sometimes he
button and
moves
you'll
and
float
his
for a
jet
while.
booster just swings with him. There we go. I still get a weird
See you've got the jet booster.
primal satisfaction out of Sonic 4 Episode 1, and I don't know what
Report
it
to
is.
the rear of the ship.
There's something about just turning my brain off and going through the motions with that game in my muscle memory that just feels kind of okay. Pick up. Replayed it recently. I hated it. Alright guys, we're gonna pull a Mephiles the Dark and kill Sonic.
How can I serve you, Dr. Robotnik?
Eradicate all of those
Oh,
menaces.
never go
Give them all you got.
25%, Dave.
Aye, aye, sir. I will comply.
I'm counting on you, Gamma.
I haven't talked to that cat in a second. I think we're doing some FTCR stuff like next week, I think, so I'm sure I'll hear from him then.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, use my tip jar. No, Twitter doesn't take cut. I get all of your money, so tip me on Twitter.
Stop, Mr. Robot!
Amy?
Hey, Mr. Robot. I know you're not an evil sort.
Oh, I can't wait to watch Rack Rocks' remix video. Yeah, it's so weird because like episode 2 was definitely a better game than episode 1, but I get a weird satisfaction out of playing episode 1 more. You know, I think I have to think more with episode 2, and sometimes it's just nice to have a game you don't really have to think much about. I'm not a good gamer. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Blade Boy, like, there's just something about episode 2.
He must be stopped at all costs.
Put my finger on it.
Thanks again for saving me as usual.
Also,
Sonic.
episode 2 has Skylar's name in it. You know, so what can you do? It also has Sonic Mania's Brad Flick in the credits. Fun
It's
little
dangerous here.
twist of fate
Why
there.
not leave Eggman and come with us?
Why do you help me?
I
That's a
told
good
you
point. I keep forgetting. I Thank you for keeping me honest with this. Also, thank you, Bladepour. It's very nice of you.
friends the next time we met. Even Birdie wants the best for you.
It's very much
You
appreciated.
must ditch that awful Eggman.
Skylar and Brad are in the special thanks section of Sonic 4 Episode 2, which, as you know, means they developed the entire game. The thing is, they were at the Sonic 4 feedback session, if you remember that from like 2010, 2011, where Sega of America hosted some people to come in and play Valkyria Chronicles 2 and Fantasy Star Zero on the DS or online or whatever, and basically just said, all right, what'd you like about the game? What'd you not like? Why not? So I think they got in through there, plus kind of being a little more in with Sega. And Bladeboard did develop all of Crash 4, if you want to give him some thanks for making that game good.
Enemy. Master
Your in Sonic Generations is part of the crowd. Oh man. I was always jealous of Gareth for that. And then the 25th anniversary party happened in San Diego. And I was like, oh yeah, they're recording the crowd saying, happy birthday Sonic, I'm going to be in Project Sonic 2017. They didn't use it. It's not in there. Yeah. Didn't happen. Yeah, thanks, guy. I can't see that Omega sequence where he comes down from the egg carrier without thinking of how Brain Scratch put the Unleashed Sonic in there for a second. I just think of that every time. I need the one still, don't I?
Mode change.
Mode change. Oh. Come on. Hey, there we go. You know, I think I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Pick up.
Oh, Red Hot Skull.
Put down.
Put down. I didn't know for the longest time that track was mostly sampled. It's always interesting to find that out. Especially because Sonic isn't a very sample-heavy series.
Mode change.
Ah! Ooh! The main beat and the the two screams that happen in that track are sampled from a song I'd have to look up when I'm not streaming. I'm sure if you just Google like Red Hot Skull sample or something, it might come up. So I think there's a website that tracks samples and music, and I think it's listed on there. Let's kill this robot. Now I have to cop here. I don't recall Gamma's rank B and rank A challenges. Are they just you get less time? I don't remember any weird stipulations.
E-103 Delta. Rescue complete.
Finish them without a certain amount of time. Okay, okay, there we go. Yeah. There's an emblem. This time I'm not going to forget. There we go. We're schmoving. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I like the pace of these levels more, both in terms of the movement and the level design. They don't last as long, but they're more fun to go through as you go through them. They just feel better, so... In terms of comparing them to SA2, I'll take the less of offensive one over the longer, more fleshed out level. And yeah, we haven't done Gamma's story in this run. We're coming in first here. Oh boy. Yeah, that's happening. Pick up.
Mode change.
Fuck. Cosmic Wall is fun. I like Cosmic Wall. Oh, what's the Eggman level at Metal Harbor where you can just walk onto a shit ton of robots? I think we talked about that a few weeks ago on here. That one's pretty good too. Weapons bed. There we go. Yeah, that one's good too. Ah! Ooh. Gamma gets pretty good power-ups. I almost wish he had a power-up that lets the laser beam last a few seconds longer. That probably would have been one I would have went with. Eggman does scratch his ass in SA2, you know, no matter what. You always gotta throw some respect down on that. Yosh. I like E104. I always hoped you could get all their little gun things as upgrades, because E104's little rocket launchers here, they look pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. What is... I'm not sure what he says, but I bet they made him say something in Japanese. That seems to be the recurring theme based on any time the voice actors have talked about recording the games back then. Emblem Plus? No, that's the wrong one. Emblem. Yeah, like Terry, Yosh, all that nonsense.
E104 Epsilon. Rescue mission accomplished. E105 Zeta. E101 Beta. Location unknown. Perhaps aboard the egg carrier.
Yeah, let's go with the sneeze theory. I'm down with that. If you could choose one character to play Lost World in addition to Sonic and Knuckles, who would you pick? Knuckles. What? I feel like an E100 chase with Amy in Lost World could have been kind of cool. Could have fucked around with the puzzles and the water levels and stuff. Hello, Lisa. What's up? But I think that would have been interesting, you know. Lock E100 down in the tomb forever. Harry's like, did someone say Sonic Lost World? That's my favorite game! Yeah, smash him with the boulder. I wish someone would smash me. Is this where I need to go? I stopped paying attention. Let's go back this way. Big's big fishing rod.
Go to the egg carrier crash site.
Oh, yeah.
You might find something.
We're just breezing through this, man. We spent so much time fishing. I forgot that this game can go quick.
E-Series data. Beginning search.
We're here.
Accessing data. Hot shelter. E-Series location confirmed. Unlocking hot
Good
shelter
music.
sector now.
Thank you for the follow, Jiggy Jiggy Jiggy. Jiggy 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 Iggy. Yeah, I got there. Thank you, thank you. I hope the food's good. Big was apparently supposed to have a Lost World level. That's interesting. It makes sense also with the amount of water in that stage, right? Thank you for releasing me! Sorry. Oh, before I do that, alright, this is the one I already got. It's anything within 2 to 5 minutes? Okay, that's good. I can handle that pretty well. Oh. How dirty do you think they'll do Shadow in the next 3D Sonic? I bet in the next 3D Sonic, there will either be no Shadow or a post-credits stinger with Shadow, at best. That's my personal prediction. Big gun.
Use your laser blaster. Its blast damages enemies in a wide pattern.
If someone would damage me in a wide pattern. What? If I were to guess for the next 3D Sonic, I think you would see Sonic, Tails, Amy, Knuckles, maybe this guy, maybe Big, maybe Eggman. Yeah, Sonic Adventure Remake with the Shadow post-credit scene. That would be my bet. If they were to make a Sonic Adventure Remake, that'd be a cool way to do it. If they were to do something like that, that'd probably be the way to do it. If... Speaking of if, I'll be right back. I gotta go again. Be right back. I see you in 2 minutes. Kids in the hospital, very stressful. wanna fly high, oh, I can be the highest. All the sufferer, I will be waiting for. Did somebody redeem ad time? Don't mind if I do. Hey guys, what's up? All you people who subscribed are still here, and you're the real ones. That's all I really had to say about that. So let's catch up on chat while I was gone. I got some water. I hope they re-release Sonic 2. You might be in luck. There'll be Shadow if you want to do a big anniversary game. It's already got 1.5 games to get its backstory. Rose. Chris is mad with power. Damn right. Dog. We're up to 3 new followers this stream. I'm so sorry for these people. Yeah, the new Sonic stuff, you know, it'll happen. It's interesting, I think. Whatever they do, I think it'll generate some discussion past the Sonic Colors thing. And even that might generate some discussion. So I'm excited, I guess, to see the fan base come alive again. I've been over how impatient people are, right? Like, I've seen people being like, well, Sega just needs to say something. Like, we need to know if there's a game in development. It's like, I think it's probably a pretty safe thing to assume. They're probably working on Sonic. To me, I take the silence as we want to get it right. And to me, that is more comforting than anything. Though I understand that there's some anxiety with Sonic. So I get people wanting to know what's up. But at the same time, I think you can read into the silence since the Olympics game and go, you know, they're probably actually just working on it, so don't worry too much. Also, yeah, what AEW said, that's exactly what's going to happen. The second they do announce something, there's going to be so much bitching over it anyway, so like, why hurry that up, you know? There's a Sonic info drought! There's news, it's just not the news I want! Ah! But hey, I've been there. I get it. Anyway, let's play Hot Shelter. That's a good game. Stage. But yeah, I think people should just be patient. I think once this Judgment announcement is out of the way tomorrow, then we might see some gear shift. Perhaps. The Happy Tree Friends writers left, right. They seem to have indicated that they are no longer involved with the series, but maybe they're just being coy. But as I understand it, I think they're not involved, yeah. A potent question for the times. What am I doing? I love that they still have the switches there to turn the gears and you can just hover over them. That's great. No cursing? Oh, heck. I won't say I've loved the writing over the last decade. Man, the writing is not the thing I would say the issue is, for sure. It'd be nice if it was, like, better, though. Heart from the Game Grumps gift. What are those? What's that? What's a Game Grump, guys? Oh, boy! Ah! Grab me! Oh, that's fucked up. I swore. Dang it! Dang it! One second. I broke the promise. I broke the arrangement. Oh, it's not working. That's cool. Come on. Why does the Twitch website barely work? I'm trying to give away something. There we go. I had to zoom out 30 times to click this. I am directly supporting MykonosFan. Wow. I broke the promise, so that's a gift sub for Frank and Mutt. Better enjoy that. I also have a hydrate request. Well, my, don't mind if I do. Come on. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to be grabbed like that, you know? Like, I don't ask for much. Can't force cheese. Yeah, all you had to do was tell me not to curse and you get a gift sub. Who would have thunk? Being a dead horse here. But man, this song. Whoa, buddy. Oh. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. Oh. The stage usually works pretty okay. I usually have an easier time with the moving train stuff, but yeah, you know. We're getting there. Can't remember the last time I played Sonic Battle. It's been a long time. I might have still been in high school. Oh boy. Right now? Okay, let's go! Favorite story for me? I mean, I like Adventure a lot in every single way. I know I'm pretty biased. I don't know if it's favorite, but... Maybe... off the top of my head, Unleashed? Maybe? Just because I'm including, like, the interactions with the NPCs in terms of story there. Like, I just like the way I feel when playing Unleashed in that regard. Not sure if there's anything else like that for me. And casts. Did I win? Hey, I won! Let's do this before I forget. Nice, we're almost there to 100. Oh man. Can I get a like and subscribe for the Dreamcast? Can I get a follow? Can I get a Twitter donation? Give me $1. Shout out to the Sega Dreamcast. Please clap. If it was just Team Sonic with a bunch of extra content, probably be one of my favorite Sonic games. Yeah, I can understand that. Mode change.
E-105 Zeta rescue complete.
Yeah.
Units remaining.
Thank you, Flipnote 3D Gamer. I hope your meeting's okay. Or good. Or great. But at least okay.
Gamma.
Generation still bothers me. I love that game, but I was so excited for what that game could have been in terms of the plot. I was so excited for things like beating Perfect Chaos and seeing 2011 to call talk and have some weird meta conversation thing happen, right? Like, I was so excited for moments like that. I wanted Sonic cockily talking to Shadow before their fight, you know, and Shadow being like SA2 Shadow, and Sonic being like, yeah, alright, guy, let's go. You didn't get it. Still makes me upset. Fuck, I love this boss. This character, at least. As a boss fight, yeah, sure, it's fine. Man, I love Beta. Nice cock. When I was a kid, this was my favorite Sonic character. I still think he's really cool. I still remember printing out some... Dad printed out some GameFAQs Sonic Adventure cheats or something. And one of them was like, well, if you get all the emblems and go back to the crashed eggs carrier site as Gamma, you'll see Eggman throwing Beta's parts into the water. And then there's a cutscene where Beta goes off and retrieves them. And then if you go to Tails' workshop, Tails will rebuild Beta and then you can play as him. I was so sad when that wasn't true. Man. Look at all the shit he can do. You could fly around in the levels. Oh, I was so excited. It's just a cool design. Like, they just got it right. Also, I'd agree with you, A. I think that's the way it feels. It feels like they included just enough for, like, Chemical Plant and Green Hill, right? And then we're like, well, we gotta finish the game. Alright.
Mission complete.
Also, yeah, I mean, this is one of the first non-Disney stories I would have experienced, right, as a kid, so it's deep for me. Bertha? Bertha the Bat. Also, Harry, you're right. I will. Oh man, rest in peace. Say it, bitch, you won't! I wouldn't say they phoned it in, but I would say I didn't really jive with their vision. Oh man. Yeah, that's Amy's story. Oh, look at those flicks. Let's go! The baby. I think once Frankenmutt, surprisingly. Only once. Children, play nice. There's emotion happening. So good. They don't have Amy there, or Takal being like, they were united, they wanted to do this all along. It's like, nope, you get your silent ending, and then it's credits. That's all you get. That's all you need. There's just enough there for you to have to fill in a little bit yourself, like, what happens after. It's good stuff. Gamma Bird's awake and does keep its memories, or are they AI? I feel like I'm with AE, but I feel like there was some kind of awakening and grasp of control from this Wiki, if that makes sense, right? Like, I know that's a weird thing to say about this dumb little bird. We'll pause that there. Emblem. So, like, generally, there's 100 emblems. Generally, I'd say they're like in a stasis or something, but I'd say in this instance, somehow, Fookie was able to awaken. But as far as the Happy Tree Friends Riders games that Brody mentioned, like, I feel like the only game they wrote this scenario for from the onset was Lost World, and by that point they were just kind of keeping in tone, or keeping in lockstep with what Colors and Generations were doing. So, like, I can't really blame them, because I feel like they were kind of under someone else's vision, I guess, is the way to put it. Like, I don't really think Lost World was the time for them to be like, alright, time to get serious with the story. Is probably just more like, well, keep it consistent with the other games. I don't know. $30 more to go. So we're coming up on the 2.5 hour mark. I want to look at my emblems. I think what I'll try to do next is clean Amy's remaining emblems up. And if that's as quick as I'm imagining it, I might go back and do Gammas. Just because they'll be really quick. Ron Lawrence. Also, you forgot Chow. Yeah, we got Chow to do. You know, we're coming up on the end, but there's still a long stretch here. Let me go ahead and Google the Chow emblem requirements real quick. Bye, Rack Rocks. Enjoy your food. Say one Chow emblems, because I'm pretty sure it's just being the races, but I need to remind myself what that actually entails. Stages. Thank you, Steam Guide. I need to find the other Adventure Fields ones too. Maybe I'll do that now, actually, after the credits, just to get those out of the way, because I keep forgetting those exist. So I need to do Sand Hill, I need to do the race cart. I think I have a Sky Chase one left. There's the endings. Chow races. You need to raise a Chow until its stats are high enough so it can win the Chow races. I ain't going into detail on raising Chow. Pearl course, the Amethyst course, the Sapphire course, the Ruby course. For all you lazy bums out there, the easiest way is to go to the Sonic Adventure homepage via the internet option and go to Community, Chow Gardens, then Chow Daycare, and download a maxed out Chow. I feel like that must be from a very old guide. Whew, how are we feeling, everyone? Sonic Labyrinth was added to the list. Running games type. Yeah.
Sega.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think they were just brought in for punch up on every game but Lost World. And like, once you're being brought in from Lost World, I think that's just where you gotta be like, alright, well, we gotta keep this in line with the other two, so we'll keep it kind of punchy, kind of funny, kind of a little snarky, you know, and just keep going on with that. Oh.
Select your character.
There he is. I liked Goldstorm's idea of keeping Supersonic for last, so I'm thinking we're just going to wait a while on that one. Tails can probably get me everywhere I need to go, right?
Here I come, Sonic!
I'm feeling Sonic Labyrinth, I guess. Counting, wrapping coins. My. You really helped me out. Thanks. Alright, so in Station Square, there's one in the train station. Pretty sure I got that one. There's one in the burger shop. There's one in the courtyard where you fought Chaos Zero. I don't think I ever went and got that one. And then there's one right above where the ice stone is. I know that. I think it's right here. Maybe I did get this one. Okay. Definitely got the one in the burger shop. So I think I remember Nico being in chat. Yeah. Yeah. You can play as the question mark as Supersonic. That's a good one. That's a good mod. I didn't know that existed, but it makes a lot of sense that it does. Got that one. Come on. Yeah, 101, baby. Bumping up these numbers. Let's go to the Mystic Ruins. I think I got the one in Big's tree trunk. I just reached right in and grabbed it. I took what I wanted with that one. Got the one near Tails' house. Sorry, workshop. I got the one near Angel Island. I do remember that one. Just because it was such a bastard to get. Yeah, that. In the air close to Angel Island. Pretty sure I got that, but we'll just go check. 101 emblems. Ah! Current version of Better SCDX has Supersonic's animation glitch out when he smashes his face in Chaos's brain. Oh, I can't do that. That's okay. Pretty sure I got that. My favorite emblem tip on this guide I'm using is that it says that one of the emblems is on a path in the Mystic Ruins rainforest. It's on a path, you know. I have a guess of where it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that one. Just because I was trying to get it as Sonic for so long, and it didn't work out, so I remember being kind of determined. I can see in my head where this emblem is, but this area of the game being what it is, God, if I remember. Oh, okay. Can I? Yeah. Just to check. Alright. You know the path, fool! I was thinking over there, but I think that's where Knuckles has to go to get a statue, so I would have gone. Alright, it's not this. I think it's on the other side of this place. The way I'm viewing the Chao stuff, short of a universal vote by chat to say, no, you can cheat, we don't care, I'm going to abuse the in-game glitch to reuse animals and items. Try and wrangle in some guests just to pass the time, and we're just going to hang out and raise Chao. But if everyone around is like, yeah, I know we gave you subscriptions to play this, but literally just cheat, then I'll just cheat and we'll make our lives a lot easier. Guests are cool too. I agree. Seems like everyone's just actually like, yeah, you can actually just cheat. even if everyone does say cheat, I kind of want to mess around with Chow a little bit just to remember how it goes, especially in SADX. But yeah, that's the way it works out. I'll have no remorse with cheating. I've spent hundreds of hours on Chow as is. I don't really need more in my life if we're avoiding it. Yeah, put it to a poll. I think I'll just run a Twitch poll when we're looking down the barrel of that next stream. I've got to start thinking about what we're doing after this, actually. We're coming up on the end of this. As much as I don't want Sonic Adventure 1 to ever end. Authentically. Here we go, I think it's in here. Did I already get this one too? Must have. I'm pretty sure it's in there. Well, we'll run to the egg carrier, then we'll check on the menu. If I got them all. Is there a game in mind after this? Before I took a few weeks off from streaming, because as we all know, I'm terrible at keeping a consistent schedule, I was thinking about playing old Pokemon Snap on Twitch before the new one came out, so I have been kind of wanting to replay it anyway. But it's kind of an old hat. Everyone's kind of done that. Imagine people have kind of already watched that by now, so I'm not sure. We could get back to Spyro Hero's Tale. Could. The Pokemon trading card and Game Boy game. Oh man, that's good. Go on to Chow. Honestly, that does sound interesting. That is a good game. New Pokemon Snap, I'm planning on game flying, like renting, so if I game fly it, we'll get to that, but that'd probably be a while from now. Might just opt to play it by that point down the road. So we got the pool one. I guess the thing fucking me up is like... I can't use these as tape. And I believe I spin dash jumped up to this one, right? Transformation required. Can I even get in here as Tails? I thought I could. Yeah. Digimon Racing. I've never played Digimon Racing. There it is. Yeah! 102, baby. Yeah, there's a lot of options. I don't know. I need to put some thought into it. Ties into the plot. Yeah, you know, I mean, Digimon love racing. In Robotnik's bed, transformation required? What? Have I ever streamed Digimon? I don't believe I have. Bet you have to be Sonic. I think you have to be Sonic for that. Man! Alright, let me check the Mystic Ruins one. I streamed Cyber Sleuth? I really don't think I did. If I'm looking at this properly, and I don't know how to, the first one I would think would be Station Square. The second one would be Mystic Ruins, and the third, but the third can't on here. We're gonna figure this out though.
Select your character. Let's get
The
him.
Tiger Vespamon. Decided. Tiger Vespamon Google search. I don't believe you, but I'm going to choose to trust you. How's that? The Digimon adventure game from Yuji Naka. We have the one in Big's chimney. One of these breaks open a box. Why didn't you tell me so I could ignore you? God. Does the ship have to be transformed so they'll shoot farther? After the transformation, it may put you in orbit. That's it. That's what I'm thinking. You want to play Apex Legends? Yeah, let's play. Season 9, bro. We're in here. Heyo. Can you... I thought that was how you... Do I have to be Gamma? Eggman's bed. I'm kind of enjoying trying to figure this out, but I may also just look up a better guide. What about Laura Croft and Master Chief doing the nay-nay? One might say. SA1 Field Guide. You know, Laura Bencroft, I will say. Now we should be able to get in here. Hi, Sir Toozer. How are you? Up, up! Why can't I? Okay, he just stopped turning for a second there. Yeah, Nick, I'm still streaming, playing Sonic Adventure on Twitch. Whoop. Yeah, I have it set up so when someone follows, they can make me say hi to them right away. I've got a guide pulled up now that has pictures, so I should be good. Hopefully. Gimme. Hi, Nick! What's up? Emblem Plus? Above the bed in Robotnik's private room, to the right on the egg carrier. Recommended characters: Sonic the Hedgehog. There we go. Hashtag chat engagement. I stream, you stream, we all stream for ice cream. Yeem. Whoop, 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 whoop. Do I have to? Oh. Ice cream's wherever you put it when you bought it, bro. Just hope you didn't put it in the fridge. Thanks, I will enjoy Sonic. Go in here? Wait a second. Bruh. When I do stream, I do it respectfully. Thank you. This is what I want. Oh, I haven't been in here in so long. Oh, it's so much worse than I remember. It's perfect. Man. Forgot about this shit. There it is. Emblem Plus. I remember loving when I found this as a kid and wondering what the fuck was in this fridge. Oh man. See, Eggman Land looked bad, but it could have been a lot worse. Forgot about this place too. Oh man, no one ever comes in this place. I don't, at least. This better be in the remake. Let rings pop out, you get a 777. I actually have a fridge next to my bed in real life, so he is pretty relatable to me. Oh, that's good. I wish I could sit in that thing. Okay. We got the one in the container. We have the one atop the carrier, and we have the one in the pool. The one in the Mystic Ruins was not that one. The one I thought it was. It's not in that little area, so that's the one I missed. Bye, Nick! Enjoy your stream. Or don't. It's up to you. Let's skedaddle out of here. Shoo! Oh no! Fuck! G-Energy. Yeah. Eggman's got that mango peach G Fuel. He's waiting for that chili dog flavor to become available. Boink. There we go. Which sign is it on? There's some. Whoop. Oh. Ah. Oh. Some hostility in the chat.
Headed for Station Square will be
We'll be departing soon. Okay. In the Mystic Ruins jungle, behind the fallen tree, close to Big's house. Do remember a fallen tree now that this mentions it. Here? No, it's a different one. It's like a thicker tree somewhere. Maybe. Maybe not. What are we doing here? Hmm? RE8's out. Time to never play it. Let's see. Did I know the guy who made Donut County also made Sonic Dreams Collection? Ben Esposito made Sonic Dreams Collection? What the fuck? I didn't know that. I don't know if I like. Man. I played Sonic Dreams Collection, I think, in the company of Gareth and some of the FCR guys, and we went, man, that's weird, and I haven't thought about it since. Yeah, so it looks like it should be here. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be this thing. Huh. And the other Mystic Ruins ones are the one in between Angel Island and the Mystic Ruins, one inside the stump, the one here, one near Kills. Oh. This will be Knuckles and check near the bridge again. Huh.
Select your character. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Not a big fan of that game being a thing that someone made. Plays a lot into the ignorant Sonic fans' shitty thing so much. Ah.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing
Yeah,
soon.
suppose so. It's been so long since I played it that I'm not really sure I even remember much about it other than, it's weird! Whoa! That said, Donut County. Oh man, that's some shit, bro. Bruh. I like to think they just have a free pass from the mayor to go on the train. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got this one. Does this mod randomize the time of day? I think it can, or I think you can set Mystic Ruins to be at night, or like different times of day specifically, but... And yeah, we watched the live action Why was he gonna say Beavis and Butthead? The live-action Rocky and Bullwinkle movie for FDCR Patron Night last Friday. It was surprisingly good. If I was less stumped about it. Oh, okay. I see the issue. I see the issue. It will make sense once I'm there.
Select your character.
Here I come, Sonic!
That was a weird fucking movie, though. It was mostly really good. I'm just thinking about when he got turned into vegetables near the end. Yep. I just saw the picture of it being there and I was like, well, I came through and ran through. If I didn't get it, it would be here. You gotta cut the grass for that emblem to appear. Like, I'm okay with them hiding ones, right? But like, that's a little mean. But it's also kind of fun in a way. Yeah, this would be a perfect segue. That's actually the figure. I forget if I mentioned buying it here or not, but I went to Target and they had a gold Chow figure for $5. If they had that when I was a kid, oh, I would have freaked the fuck out. There was like no good Chow toys when I was a kid. But you're damn right I bought it. I'm really happy about it. And that is all the field emblems. So we can pop out. Yeah, I'm real jazzed to have that. I hope they make a silver one too. And we have the minigame ones, so... I'm thinking... Let's finish up Amy's, we'll call it a day, and I'll find some time next week to come back and do Gamma and the minigames, and then we'll figure out Chow from there. That sounds like... not that one. Hey, I know this. Maybe I should get another. Okay, bestie.
It's my turn now.
I also bought into a trend I kind of hate. I bought a Sonic blind box. We found that there. It was a Metal Sonic. I can make Metal Sonic stand on the road with this toy. Pretty cool, huh? And then I went to Sonic and ate food. So, if you needed to know what the fuck I was on that day, there you go. Was there lead in it? I sure hope so. I wanted either the Super Sonic or Metal Sonic from the blind box, so I wound up ultimately being happy, but I'm not proud of myself for buying into it. The worst part is I'd buy another to hope to get Super Sonic, but I know I'd just get Metal Sonic again. Ow! 15th Optimus Prime and 8th Megatron. Put them up on your shelf and make them transform. Oh my god. I don't know what he sounds like anymore. I'm Swoptimus Prime, the messiest little Autobot who ever lived. Ah! Feed me, Mommy Milky. These ones don't transform, so why are they called Transformers? You sound like Elisa's father. With the money, you can buy... I have 30 seconds left! Don't cry, Optimus. No matter what happens, With the money, you can buy Transformers in the town. I love those big titty goth girlfriends. Hey Peter, check out this metal Sonic figure. I can make him look like he's going down. Action Masters?
Select your character.
Select your character. Mommy Milkers, roll out.
It's my turn now.
It's my turn now. I guess.
Select a stage.
Oh, it's Joe Swanson. Okay, I see. I see. Oh, Nico's not around to do his impression. Hey, Peter! Check out this metal Sonic figure I got from a blind box. It's not there today. Didn't even do a Bev Big Head. Stage! Oh, I didn't look at the...
Select.
It's my turn now.
Hey, Peter! It's me! Joe Swanson's son!
Select a stage.
What am I doing? 50 rings and grab the balloon. Okay. For some thinking... Now you can see why I was starting to be like, I think I'm going to call the stream soon. For some reason I was thinking that it was a tiered time thing. As in, one was like, do it in this time, and then the next was a little stricter. Yeah, let's start fishing here. This will work great. Whoop. Fuck you. Ah! Hey, let go of me. Come on.
Keep your balance or
Oh,
else you'll fall
fuck you,
off.
Jakal. Jakal! I really wish I'd thought to say something about jumping the shark when the shark kept going under big. That would have been pretty funny, right? Hey chat, what Sonic game are you most neutral about? Leave a like and a comment and subscribe. For me, it's Sonic Drift 1. I think it's alright. Fuck out. It's like you were designed to chase me or something. I need to get more rings. Hey guys, which Sonic game you halfway care about? Follow me at Dunkstream. What? What? Oh, that's right. He's heated. So I can't knock him over. Not yet. Goodness gracious. Oh boy. Harry, if that pun was intentional, I'm gonna ground you. Oh man, that's not good. That's like actively terrible. What Sonic game would you be most likely to pick as your fifth choice at above A-type seating? Exactly. Oh man. Is it true that you only hit him 3 times? 3 times for the whole level? What? Really? Man. I forgot he could turn invincible until now, so I must have generally optimized well enough in this game. Huh. Yeah, the levels aren't that long, so it's thankfully not an issue, usually. Huh. I'm anxious to see what the next time is on this stage, not gonna lie. I forgot about this back end. I thought we were like almost done. Oh man. Yeah, there we go. What Sonic game would you take the dentist with light work done? Sonic Advance 1, you know, it'll get me through the seating session there, but I never get committed enough to Advance 1 to, like, be upset if I had to stop it midway through, you know? Also, I thought I was gonna fall off there too, so... Pick up. Put down. Advance 1's worth playing. Some people will tell you Advance 2 and 3 are worth playing. You could listen to them. Oh, I hit him again. Never get re-released, you'll say. Interesting. Interesting bet. Not a bet. Interesting statement. Pretty sure I played Ultimate Flash Sonic more than Sonic Advance 2. Never really got into Advance 2. And Advance 3. Oh. 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 Good ideas, though. I was always so surprised that those Wii U re-releases didn't hit in America. That seemed like a slam dunk on those Advance games. What do I know? Oh, right! Was that the level 8 challenge? Was it 6.5 minutes? I remember it being kind of outrageous.
Select your character.
It's my turn.
Select your character.
Select a stage.
Man, he does crack his voice there, doesn't he? Yep, 6 minutes 30. Woo boy. So that means I can pretty comfortably get that then. I guess that's the thing, right? Like, the games are localized. It can't have been. I guess you would have had to pay for like an ESRB re-rating, right? That might have been a bit too much, but just wild. I feel like Sonic would have maybe made up the cost, but I guess not. I'm sure they looked at the price ranges, analyses, whatever. Fuck. Ah! Oh, come on. What is wrong with Hot Shelter today? Oh, no. Yeah, man, I don't know either. I think the emulator was handled by him too, but I don't think they handled the release, but maybe they did. Who could say? Rest in peace to Wii U.
It says left 1, right 3.
Wow! Mater, it says left 1, right 3! Wow! Fuck. This time he gave up. He's like, I'm not even gonna bother. Fuck this, man. Let's go. Say Mater instead of Mater. Can do. I love playing as Mater. When I play as Mater, I go, wow! Hi, Jiggy Jiggy Iggy! I'm playing as Mater right now. Whoa! I don't remember what else happens in cars. Whoa! Daggum! Yeah, that's about it. You can call me Jiggy if you want to, and leave your friends behind. Because if they don't dance, then we don't dance. And I don't know. Jiggy works good for me.
Be careful not
The
to fall
Radiator Springs Adventure Field. Go talk to the stereotype cars. Yeah. What was that one's name? Ramon? Yeah. That movie got approved. I only know the Cars video games from Mini-Me's videos. Never played one myself. I saw a Cars game in action. That's it. I played a game once. Yeah. Hey, Peter. How about you pick up the block? I was a car one time. Yeah, I mean, Lightning's a robot. So, that's pretty cool. I appreciate that that's becoming a meme, despite there having no substance to it. It's nothing. It is pond deep, and I love it. Come on. I just want my emblems. Come on, buddy. Ah! Fuck! Oh, it's okay. I usually don't have as much of an issue with her just not picking things up, but man. It's not the day for it, huh? We forgot about this one in the shuffle. Sonic Shuffle! Just so no one feels like they have to say it. As far as the 360 controller goes, I am using X. See you guys. Woo! Another emblem down, lads. We got it. Oh Lord, we got it. Emblem Plus. You can tell I'm losing my mind a little bit. It's happening. Oh boy.
Select a stage.
Final egg. And? Fuck. Amy's the one character I kind of don't mind the ring challenges with, because I usually don't bother with rings in her levels that much. So it is kind of an interesting thing to have to actually think about it with her. Whereas with the other characters, I feel like I kind of just get the rings naturally anyway. Sonic Shuffle's great, especially by yourself and with no friends. to play it with, that's when it really shines, I think. Ah! Remember when they remixed this for Team Sonic Racing? Yeah, me neither. He's here. Woo! I forgot he does that. He usually doesn't show up for me here. Oh man. I prefer the pacing of the game with the B rank missions. Aside from Big and Knuckles. Would I prefer the pacing of the game if the B rank missions and just had the A? Are you asking if we didn't have the B ranks? Or like if they were combined? I think we're asking if they were just combined. What?
One of these doors is the right one. Try and find the correct door.
I'd probably prefer that. I don't often feel like the 50 rings thing adds much to these other characters. You know, it's basically saying don't get hit, but I think don't get hit would be a more interesting challenge than keep 50 rings to the end of the level, you know? Damn. That one hit done got me. Oh, never mind. I never needed to know those were there. I had no idea. Oh. Huh. Still learning something new with this game, I tell you. And you can hide in those barrels as Amy. Yes, that is a thing. It's a mechanic you kind of touch once and then forget about. Emblem Plus.
Select your character.
It's my turn now.
As far as Team Sonic Racing goes,
Select a stage.
I guess in a sense it did get sent out. You could look at it that way, as getting sent out to die. I kind of feel like they just made the game they wanted to make and put it out. DLC and stuff would have been nice, but I don't feel like the game was missing anything other than a bunch of Sega references and characters. Yeah, Frankenmutt astutely points out he can still hit you inside the barrel, so why not just keep moving usually, you know? I think in that one room... No, there's no barrel in there. Lost Judgment gets revealed when I stream tomorrow at 9 or 10 a.m. It'll be fun, be there. To play as Ix from Chronicles, yeah. Man, that's the one. That character. So here's where I'm gonna get fucked on this run. Oh. If it didn't have a digital deluxe edition, I would think maybe it could be DLC. But they're charging full price on that bad boy, so I think it's a full game. That was really lucky, by the way. Woo! Minute 52 on the dot. That's what we call all of Amy's emblems. I'm the perfect adventurer. Just a thought. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is added to the list. Even when it's revealed to be a sequel, stick to it. That's fair. So we got 20 emblems in the stream. Oh, Amy. I guess depending on how we handle Chow, we might get 20 next time. We may not. Either way, I think the achievement is saying 110 out of 130. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not the perfect adventurer yet. That's it. Thanks, Jiggy. Yeah, he's gonna get gunned down like Gerald Robotnik. Anyway, this was a fun 3 hours 11 minutes. You gotta come original. You gotta come original. Sometime next week, I will be returning to polish this off or finish this off. If you got my Twitter, or if you're in the Discord, which you can get into if you're on Patreon or a Twitch sub, I have a channel in there I talk about streams in. So, yeah, I'll see you next week. Thanks for hanging out. And also, the thing I always forget, I almost just not did it. Words. Who can I rate? Do you guys want to fuck over Johnny? Oh, we have a hydrate. Oh, hold on. 1. Nick streaming. He's not on my list. Why not follow Nick? Starkiller926. Oh, he is. Fuck Johnny. Let's go. Ad time. No. That is funny though. All right, we're gonna go to Nick's stream. We're gonna say fuck you, Nick. That's the best I got. Johnny's doing sub night anyway. Ah, that would have been awkward. Okay, that works. All right, we have viewers ready. Okay. Fuck you, Nick.